Ministry spokesperson has already said that Kano was nowhere near Jerusalem, not even in Israel, for reasons that he is a fugitive, having run away from justice. Why the boast? Why the noise making? Why the propaganda? Why the castigation against our own people? We are watching. I am coming with hell, so he said. In a situation where he relocated his own parents to London, the hell is going to follow who? Even his own brothers and sisters are nowhere near Nigeria, yet he wants to bring down hell. Who is going to suffer for it? We wait and see. Now, let us move down to members of the crew who are joining us right now. Like I said earlier on our screen now is Ijel Ndigo answering questions from team of journalists. Of course, our BBA screen, you will see him answering questions from team of journalists. That was yesterday at Owerri. Why from Voice of Biafra International, we are giving you the voice. That is the expression of things. Now, let us ask our notable Biafran, somebody who is a patriotic Biafran, who dreams Biafra all the time, who talks Biafra all the time, and who is prepared to lay down his life for Biafra, just like many of us. We want to ask him a question for him to give us a bit in-depth knowledge of what transpired or what has been transpiring in the past 2 to 3 days. That is from Sunday, when Kano spoke to his members, not to Biafrans, no, only to IPOB family members. Our brother Chukuma AGC, did you listen to Kano's address to his own people? So it seems I've lost him out because of network. I don't know what's happening. Judy Chijoke joined us, and there seems to be a problem along the line. Hello, Chukuma, are you there with us? Oh, sorry, I think the fault is from you.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I'm sorry, I think that the fault before. The fault was mine. Okay, you listen. Yes, I can hear you. We rather can hear you very, very well.
Okay.
Yes, you listen.
I said that we were on Zone C security meeting when the broadcasts were ongoing. So I took time to follow the broadcast for some time. I can say that I didn't follow all. I didn't listen to everything he said.
Okay.
But I grabbed few things. But one thing I want to say is that on the very day the video surfaced online, it was on Friday.
Exactly.
It was on Friday, and I discovered that there are some people in that praying site. There are some Israelis that were worshiping along with him. And I discovered that the Israelis were only doing their worship on Saturdays, not on Friday.
Good.
It's Muslim people that worship on Fridays. So coming out on Friday means that video indeed is fake, because it's not the day of worship. They miscalculated their game.
That is true. I think we have to flash this in. We are going to flash this in on our screen as soon as we finish. That the Jewish people worship on Saturdays and not on Fridays. This is a good news.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes, that is what we discovered. And so that video indeed was a fake one.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
that is very, very true.
Visiting Nigeria with hell, I heard when he said that visiting Nigeria with hell, meaning that when you visit Nigeria with hell, which Biafra territory is included, in other words, all IPOB members meeting with hell means disaster.
Exactly.
Yes, we are talking about killing all life children because we can't meet hell and remain alive.
At all.
So nobody prays to be in hell because hell is not a place for humanity.
Yes.
For the real person to be.
Okay. Now let us talk about more on that particular video clip. Usually somebody who had been in hiding for long suddenly emerged on that particular Friday when Muslims pray. Now, one should have expected that after the prayer, there would be a kind of pleasantry. That means greeting, exchanging handshake with the few persons that were there. But
Yes.
instead, if you watch that video, he just moved out like a ghost, which gave clear indication that that video was very, very fake. I even said it before the Israeli spokesperson said that he was nowhere near Jerusalem. I told our people that that particular video was doctored. It was not real.
Yes.
That is true. It wasn't real.
Yeah.
And even where they showed us he drove, off, they played game a lot. Those people blocked, that they recorded that video somewhere that is English speaking, because at the back of those people who were trying to form a blockade, the signboard at the back was written in English, which was unusual in a Jewish society. It was written in English. So when I saw it, I said, oh, these people, they tried to play a lot of tricks. And even that time they were trying to smuggle it out in that video was late in the evening, so that you wouldn't exactly know what was on ground. They tried to play the tricks, but the thing backfired. But the unkindest cut of all was the statement made by the Israeli foreign ministry spokesperson that there were no details of his presence in Israel. Trust Israel once they tell you it is true, and that he was nowhere near that kingdom. Then where is he? That is the question. Femi Faneka, we are going to contact him very soon. He is going to tell us for that truth. Don't forget that there is a brewing war between the Kano group and the Femi Faneka group now. They are now trying to review all the things that transpired behind the scene. We are waiting. That is true. Now, after you analyzed that particular broadcast, our brother Chuma Isi, were there other things you discovered in that his broadcast? Of course, you have mentioned coming back with hell. Look at this. Somebody that wants to come back with hell. This hell is going to fall on who? We don't know. Remember, his parents are abroad now. His parents are nowhere to be found anywhere in Nigeria. His own brothers, sisters, all of them are abroad. Yet he wants to bring down hell on our own people. Who is going to suffer the consequences? But unfortunately, some gullible human beings continue to believe him. At times, I begin to wonder who has bewitched our people. That somebody smuggled his own parents to a very safe heaven, and he wants to bring fire where the rest are. Why not ask him questions? Who is going to bear the brunt of all this catastrophe? And mark my words, he is not coming anywhere. That is his own normal rhetoric. He is not coming anywhere. Leaders stay back at home with the people to feed the poor, but he can never near Biafra land because he is a perpetual coward. Over to you once again, our brother Chukuma.
Thank you very much, sir. Earlier you have talked about him recognizing the death of was it Jack or Bingo?
Jack.
One of his dog than the life of the individual that died on that very incident. I want to equally say that people that are supporting him or following him does not really know the truth. They are ignorant of the truth. And I think this kind of confusion used to befall those that are somehow low in mentality. Somehow, people that does not really have how can I describe it now? Because I remember that And the Holy Book recorded that during the time Christ was brought before the Jews, many people prefer the criminal, to be set free. They prefer that criminal should set free and Christ should be murdered. So we are seeing something that that resembles what happened those days in Biafra today, where people are calling the good people bad names, try to follow somebody that are taking them to hell, saying that he's going to brought hell to Biafra land, to Nigeria, which Biafra land is inclusive. I know that he still have some relative in Afara community of Ibek, where he comes from. And now we stand, all of us are the same brothers and sisters. So I believe that now the can is really out of his senses. I'm not trying to insult anybody here, but I still think that he's working for some politicians who want to achieve one thing or the other. They know what they want to achieve.
Yeah, of course, we know he's working for politicians. Remember, he has been hiding for over a year. Now, as soon as Peter B was chosen to deputize Atiku Abubakar, APC quickly, released his voice for reason that they want to destabilize the Biafra land, making sure that there is confusion in Biafra land, giving Buhari the advantage over Atiku. We are quite certain that the APC government smuggled him out of their country or wherever he is today. They kept him there and they want to use him to create confusion in Biafra land. But our people have come of age and nobody can deceive us or take us as Mugo or Mumu again, like people have been saying that they have had enough of him. So he was trying to shoot us. Eventually, he succeeded in shooting himself. And that's the situation of things. Remember, there are many things we still need to do in analyzing that particular broadcast. But one thing we know is that the voice was his, but then the location was not in Jerusalem. Uche Nokeke, please remove your video. It's causing distraction here. It's blocking the rest. Please, Uche Nokeke. Uche Nokeke, please. Okay. Now, Jude Chijoke, are you there with us? Hello, Jude Chijoke. Jude Chijoke, are you there? Okay, I'm welcoming Uche Nokeke from Benue State right now. Like we have always said, those of you who are watching on our screen, you will see Chief Dr. Rafu Wazirike de Ijelendigo, still responding to questions from a team of journalists who visited him yesterday at Owerri, the Biafra headquarters, which also serves as Ojukwu Memorial Library. He is there responding questions about what is on ground and telling our people the truth of what has gone on in this our current agitation for Biafra actualization. Judy Chijoke, are you back with us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, you are welcome. You are welcome. Judy Chijoke, did you listen to the supposed Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast to his own IPOB members, which was purported to have come from Jerusalem?
Thank you very much, fellow Biafrans. This is Jude Chijoke, and I'm joining in from Lagos, Nigeria. Well, let me start with I have better things to do with my megabytes. I must say that.
That is
I can't take a minute to listen to a leader, somebody that calls himself a leader, that eventually caused a problem and left his people, the same people that he claimed that he's fighting for, and flee, only for you to go to some other place and make video. I think listening to such it doesn't really tell good. It shows that probably you are buying into what the person says. Although for the purpose of record, you can always at any time listen to whatever people are saying, because the point always remains that I have always said it. I know that somehow before the election, such a person will surface, or you will definitely hear from them, because election time is usually money time. There's an election by the corner which he will surface and then probably make some certain statements which will make him relevant. And by the time they now start considering who are the major players, I think they are going to put him into, either consider him in terms of not causing people to not to participate, like the clamor for no election and what have you. So it is all about money. I don't really take my time to listen to that.
Honestly, it's all about money. He likes money too much. He just suffers now to make money from APC that brought him out, and also to see if PDP will give him some money to put in his pocket. He's a criminal, so he goes here and there collecting money from different people and then putting in his pocket without even utilizing any of such monies for anything tangible. And that is true. So the coincidence is not surprising. So he just came out now because he wants to make money from this particular 2019 election, if ever there will be that election. Because from the information we are getting today, all is not well in Nigeria. Actually, but Judy, listen again. Did you ever watch that particular video they presented ahead of time or on that very day? Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it that very day, but I glanced through some of the points, because by the time I listened a bit, only to hear that he's saying that I will bring hell with me. I am coming back and I will bring hell with me. And the answer to that is very simple. After you have escaped and then left those young boys in your compound, in your father's compound, to die, you know that you are not in that compound, and you left those young boys over there, because I saw that last video that was made from that same building. You left those boys to die there, and you escaped only to go and bring hell with you. I think it is very, very, that statement is very, very faulty. I can assure you that a lot of people that are kind of sympathizers, a lot of supporters, a lot of people who were eager to hear from him, to hear at least a sensible story, they were all disappointed. Because when someone uses such a kind of inflammatory statement, it is a simple preaching. You are preaching war, you are preaching violence, and this is exactly what we have been saying. We are not in any way preaching war. We are not in any way trying to link Biafra to any violence, any kind of violence in any way. So if you see what he's doing today, it is on the contrary. Nnamdi Kanu is simply causing problem, making the world, to see Biafra as a terrorist, or people that can pick up, people that can fight in terms of. We have gone above those stages, I think, and we have continued to make that point clear. Time without number. He made a mistake. I don't know how to put it anyway. Whenever he ran away, and let's say with a couple of people that they are with. So let's say they are unable to put a sensible speech, a speech that a lot of people paid attention.
Exactly.
Only for them.
That is true.
only for them to be disappointed. So much disappointment in the air. Even the learned one among said, "Oh, this man has gotten it wrong." Oh, they were expecting something much more, meaningful. They were expecting the world. This look at the attention. The same thing he did while he's in Biafra land. He gathered all the momentum. He gathered all the crowd of people. Instead of you to preach Biafra, instead of you to preach Biafra should patronize Biafra-made products, Biafra should encourage Biafrans, you just use the mess around with all such opportunity. The same thing happened right now. After you have escaped the siege or whatever they call it, you went and the world paid attention to you only for you to use it to say you are going to bring hair. At the same time, giving a Jack his dog. I don't know if it's his father's dog or his own personal dog. Giving Jack internationally. I don't know how to. Is it sympathizing? Oh my God! I think it's a slap. It's a slap to those people that lost their loved ones, to those people that lost their breadwinners. A lot of young youth, a lot of people that lost people in that particular day, they are the ones that who will be mostly disappointed because their families and friends they have names, they have numbers. Believe me, let's assuming that he came on the broadcast and they mentioned the names of the people that died and their village, their towns. I think people will say yes, truly, but you just come and you were calling Jack your dog. Honestly, I'm disappointed. I'm so much disappointed in the Kanu and there is, it shows that there are no facts. There are no facts, there are no figures. It is just like they are just shouting Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. They can't even give account of their death. They can't even you can bring up their names. I think it is a total blow. It is a blow. Let's say the video. I can't download such a video. If I see someone,
no, Judas, a member of a crew, you have to keep all this with you for reference purposes because anytime, any day, you could be called upon to discuss it and you have to make reference to it by word of evidence. That is true. Honestly, that particular video that was denied by the Israeli Foreign Ministry is a very big blow to him and to his members and to the entire IPOB family group. It's a very big blow. So that is true. And one thing again is certain. Since that particular during the broadcast, he denied what Femi Faneka said about him. Remember, before the broadcast, he had a conversation with Fani Kayode where he promised him that we are going to work together for the interest of PDP to remove Buhari. Now, Femi came to air and told the whole world this. While making that broadcast to his own IPOD members, he denied it and then talked about it, scattering the federation. And this had not been going down well with Femi Fani Kayode. And that is why on social media, you could see a Yoruba man giving kind of unprintable names, turning him live. So we are now waiting for days ahead when we are going to hear more, and indeed we are going to hear more. Now, just like you were saying, somebody promised to bring hell in a very society where neither his father nor mother is staying right now. He relocated them to a safe heaven, yet he wants to bring hell to those who are remaining behind. What do you have to say about Jude? Jude, please, before you come in, let me welcome our brother from Cameroon who is calling us right now, Raymond Okoye, because he's calling on direct line. Let us give him the audience. Our brother Raymond Okoye, you are welcome to our program.
Thank you.
So, we are this evening talking about the broadcast which Kano made to his own members last Sunday. First of all, they came out with a video clip that he was in Jerusalem praying on a Friday. Honestly, when our brother Kuba Enisi was analyzing, he opened our eyes by saying that Jewish people, what do you call it, Judaism or Jewish religion, they don't pray on a Friday, which is left for Muslims, but rather on a Saturday. That's why they call it Shabbat or Sabbath. On Saturdays. But this one miscalculated and told us that he was praying on a Friday. That made a mess of that particular video. And we are going to flash it after this particular broadcast. So, our brother Raymond Okoye from Cameroon, that's why you're calling from right now. Did you listen to Kano's broadcast? The things he said, what do you have to say about it? Hello? Oh, sorry, we have lost him. He has been waiting for us long. I think we'll call back. Now, Jude, I asked a question before. If you could summarize it, a man who took his parents down to safe haven where they are now enjoying would want to bring hell to those who are leaving behind. What type of person do you think he is? In a sentence, Jude. Hello, Jude Chijoke. Okay, we have lost him. Now, Uchenna, okay, you are there?
Yeah, I'm here. This is Father Pavemana.
Okay, so over to you.
Thank you very much, my brother. I want to use this opportunity to say good evening to all our good listeners and our brothers and sisters over here in the world. The issue of Nnamdi Kano's video and his speech, that shows that Nnamdi, right from origin, he has been a liar and he has laid his foundation on lies. So everything that goes about him is all about lies. And he is the second father of the liar. Because the word of God says that the devil is the father of all liars. So he is the second to devil on the aspect of lies. So what we must know is that the guy is out there to disorganize them.
And that is true. So we don't
one thing for sure for him is that
go on, please. Yeah, go on.
One thing for sure for him is that he will never succeed. In many ways, he has been trying to make sure that he disorganized the agitation. He has tried all this very terrorists. The attack to him now was his plan to attack to every Biafran agitators. So at the end of the day, he didn't succeed. He took it alone, and he now thinks that he has not done the job. He has not finished his assignment with his paymasters. So he is coming back again to come and fulfill it. The hell he's coming back with is not for anything else, but for his members. Because I remember when he used to speak on his radio, he said that if anything happened to any single of his members anytime, any day, that the zoo will fall. That Somalia will look like paradise to compare what he did to Nigeria. At the end of the day, all those things he said, we don't even know that the zoo that we fall is his members. That guy is something else. We should look into him very well and know the kind of human being he has. He's not just a human being. That guy is a devilish human being. He is coming with hell to destroy his members again, to waste the lives of innocent brothers and sisters of we in the from make that he can never see the perfect death over this very plan he has in mind. We know everything or the other to bring confusion, to bring death to our people. Now he's shouting no election in Biafra land come 2019. They don't even, his members don't even ask them questions. This particular thing this guy started saying now, when the other time, last year they said there would be no election in Anambra. They succeed. What have they asked? That no election. That is not the issue. It's because it's somebody that doesn't know his left and right. It's somebody that doesn't know where to start. And it's somebody that because he's being bought by some politicians to hijack, to destroy the struggle for the Biafran liberation. But I want to tell you that God has already exposed him, and this is his end. He can never succeed this time around. That hell he's talking about will also come upon himself again. This is the last time he will use the innocent blood.
I think we have lost him. We have lost him.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, we can hear you.
Yeah. So you see the kind of person is somebody who said that his radio last time when he was in London, he said that if you see me any day with any of these politicians or the Yorubas or whatever or any politicians, that you should stone me to death. Immediately he was released. Now the politicians that he was staying in their house, he even had meeting with the whole Southeast PDP Southeast senators in Abuja. He went to Femi almost 1 month there. He was there eating with Femi in his house. Somebody who said that any day you see me around any of the Yorubas or the officers or the politicians, that he should be stoned to death. That he has people should know that he has compromised for that. Okay, during the time of his even during the time of his incarceration in the prison, you see the kind of people that came there to visit him. Not even his member that came to visit him. It was all these politicians. He was dining, sleeping, staying with them, having meeting with them, having meeting with governors, having meeting with all sorts of politicians. At the end of the day, he will come and say,
So, please, gentlemen, I don't know. There are people that are making something noise there. Some people are distracting us now. Everybody should check their background, please. I don't know where the noise is coming from. So they go on.
So what I want to say is that he's not remote talk. Each and every one of us must know that this guy has laid his foundation on lies, and everything that goes about him is all about lies. And what I want to tell our people that we should ignore every of his nonsense he's saying with his mouth, because he can never do us any good. Rather, he brings confusion for those who don't believe in the truth. You bring confusion for those who are liars, because at the end of the day, they are the ones to bear the consequences. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much, Sonny. Of course, everybody knows indeed that he is a seasoned liar. There's nothing he talks now, people take him serious. More especially from the time now, this last straw that broke the camel's back, that he was speaking from Jerusalem, where indeed he was nowhere near Jerusalem. You could imagine him thanking Netanyahu and Trump, trying to confuse his own people as if he was in touch with all these men. I thank them for their assistance and what. Look, imagine that madness. Now, the very Netanyahu he denied, his foreign ministry said he was nowhere near Jerusalem. You can imagine that. And unfortunately, there are people that still believe that he was even in Nazareth, not only even in Bethlehem, not just Jerusalem, that he was even in Bethlehem as well as in Nazareth. What a mess! You see, somebody who calls himself a leader, how he is messing himself up. And many of his members are now very much frustrated. Let us go to Japan, Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we're hearing you, please.
I'm hearing the discussion, but
No, we are getting you. Let me turn around. The TV is on. Let me turn
I'm
down.
not surprised about what is happening. You know, when I told them about Nandeka, people said I hate Nandeka. But what I'm seeing now is that those that accuse me of hating Nandeka are hating Nandeka more than me. Those that say that I hate IPOB are hating IPOB now more than me. You know, because nobody loves it. Nobody loves lies. Nobody loves darkness. Everybody is seeing it very clear that Biafra struggle under the leadership of Nnamdi is becoming joke. It is becoming child's play. It is becoming something else. Nobody hates Nnamdi, nobody is against Nnamdi, but what we are against is what he is doing with the name of Biafra. He's creating an enmity with the name of Biafra. He's creating control with the name of Biafra. We all love him, and we all will want him to come back to his senses. You know, Jerusalem or no Jerusalem, that is not our business. If there is anywhere we can go to pray for Biafra to come, it should be the wall of Jericho. Will be praying to further, not the wall of Jerusalem. We should be praying for the wall of Jericho to further for our people to get their freedom, not the wall of Jerusalem, because the western wall of Jerusalem has nothing to do with our freedom. And now it's becoming clear to me why Jesus told the people of Jerusalem that his father's house in Jerusalem is not for criminals, it's not for thieves. It is a house of prayer. It is not a house of criminals where people come, where people dupe their own people around to. And the conclusion of it all is that Nnamdi is not in Jerusalem. I just watched that video yesterday for the first time. I just laughed. Watching that video first, at the first stage of that video, Nnamdi looked back and he said something to that Igbo guy.
Yes.
And the guy replied, I laughed. I said, look at, why are you doing all this? Why are you doing all this nonsense? Just to make people believe you. But the truth is that that video, I don't think that that's new video is well. I don't think that that video is new. I think they have done that video and keep it for the fools who will listen to it at the end of the day when they want to fool them. A freedom fighter leader who is running away from danger, who is escaping from his country where they want to kill him, will only end his run in United Nations, not in Jerusalem. He will only end it up in United Nations where he will report the evil they want to do to him, where he will report the killing of his people, where he will report the genocide of his people too. And those only United Nations will listen to him. Only United Nations will protect him and guide him. He claimed that he has denied Nigeria since 2015. To whom do you deny Nigeria? Which passport are you using? If you deny Nigeria, you should go to the United Nations and deny Nigeria as an evil country that want to kill you. They will give you a diplomatic passport which you'll be traveling with to understand what you are doing. But now you escape. Let me not say you escape. But I have asked him this question: which way and which fence did Nnamdi our father and mother escape through that IPOB members could not escape from too? Which fence did they jump that IPOB youth cannot jump and they got killed? We have to look at what this man is doing and understand that this man values no human's life. Now you escape to Jerusalem. What are you doing in Jerusalem? I ask again. They said that they can broadcast through Radio Biafra. Is it Radio Biafra London or Radio Biafra Israel or Jerusalem? Is it through Radio Biafra Jerusalem or did he make a cassette or tape and send to Shemefo? From Jerusalem to London is how many miles? If that can escape to Jerusalem, he better walk to London and make open broadcast. To fool who he can fool. You know, that's on last Sunday, one of the supporters called me here in Japan and said, oh, our leader is now in Jerusalem. I said, dude, what is he doing in Jerusalem? Jerusalem of who? Even no single, even village radio in Jerusalem carried the news of Nnamdi in Jerusalem. It is time for our people to open their eyes and understand that we don't hate Nnamdi, but we hate his character and the way he's deceiving our people.
That is true.
I listened to Wazirike speech about this. Nobody is fighting on Nnamdi. All what we are asking is, let him tell our people the truth and let this youth come back to the real root where Biafra will come from. Trump don't know you are in Jerusalem. The Jerusalem Prime Minister don't know you are in Jerusalem. Nobody knows you are in Jerusalem. What? Sometimes I begin to ask why our people following him so sheepishly. I understand that some of us, like as I told you some time ago, most of them took oath and they believe and swear to follow him to grave. But I have made it clear that those of you that take the oath and think that the oath will kill you, come out and let us help you out of this satanic oath. That oath is not working, except those who think that so come out, let us help you out of that oath. Now the Kanu is not for Biafra. I keep on saying it. He's not for Biafra. He's not working for Biafra. Rather, he is pure one Nigeria. You know the Kanu is. I don't know how to explain it. Those Hausa Fulani are talking about don't even love Nigeria the way now they can love Nigeria. Those have Buhari hate Nigeria to compare how now they can love Nigeria. Buhari cannot protect Nigeria the way Nigeria is protecting Nigeria with the head of his own people, with the blood of his own people, with the sweat of his own people, with the wealth of his own people. Biafrans are walking all over the world, contributing millions or millions in the name of getting freedom. But now the country is taking them to bondage upon bondage and darkness. When we talk, we say we hate him. How do you see somebody driving you? Now, he make it now. He made it that he will bring the hell down to his own father's house. He will bring the hell. I told people that he's taking them to hell. He's taking them to grave. Now he's bringing the grave and the hell to his own father's. Instead of bringing freedom, which he promised his people, his followers. Now he's bringing hell. And they are clapping for him for bringing hell. But tell me what your family member will do that will bring hell to your family. And people will be clapping for him. You can see that this guy has damaged our people's mentality and our youth brain. He has destroyed them. Look at some of them in London, the way they behave.
Yeah, hold on, please. Hold on. As we are talking, once you are through, let another person online also help you, like which channel is there. There is a signal coming from somewhere that the BBC would like to interview Ijel and Digo right now. So let me step aside and give signal to Chief to know if he's prepared for that. Why the broadcast is going on. Go on, please.
Okay. So, my dear people, I'm not against Nadikano. I'm not against IPOB. I never hate them. But what I hate is the way they are going about. What Nadikano is doing, that is the reason why he never listened to advice. He never listened to caution. He never want anybody to speak to him because he want to do it the way he want to do it. And things is getting worse on daily basis. Things is getting out of hand on daily basis. Look at this useless video. I said this thing before. This thing is coming. Our show, everything about Nigeria is movie and film. And it's becoming clearer every blessed day that we are into movie, this thing and that. Before the court, during the court, it's all about movie in the court. Now he's out on the street, it's movie. Now in Jerusalem again, it's movie. Is not the kind of director of a movie director or radio Biafra director? That's my question. Is he movie director or radio Biafra director? Let's come out and tell ourselves the open truth. Let the heaven collapse. And when you say this is true, they attack you to hell. Last time they reported me to my mother, and my mother was calling me shouting. I said, Mama, stay on your own. This war I'm fighting is beyond human understanding, and I'll fight it to the end. My happiness today is that I have saved many souls from Unanika, and I'll still save more. Except those who choose to die under cause. Let me put it that way. Every normal human being must ask himself a question: what is Nnamdi doing to get Biafra? Boycott election have never done us any good. They kill us millions, nobody talks. They shoot IPOB members on their head on 20th of February, 20th of March 2017, on Trump inauguration. Nobody cares. They shot them different days. Nobody cares. Then when you boycott the election, the world will see you and give you a referendum. Finally, let me say this. Even if United Nations and the whole world come today to give us the referendum that IPOB are shouting for, If they give us the referendum and we win, where are we going to start this from? Where are we going to start our structure? Are we going to use the toilet for government house? Are we going to use dustbin as a government house? Let them go to see what was Wike is building, that even if Trump and whosoever or United Nations want to give us Biafra, if that one that should give us Biafra, once they step there and see the structure on the ground, they will know that these people are ready to get freedom. Thank you, my brother. Let me stop here for now.
Yeah, this is Uchenna here from Africa. I don't know, can you guys be loud and clear?
I'm hearing you.
Because it seems that Uchenna is attending to another issue.
Yeah.
Okay. The voice of Uchenna was taken from me. We have been discussing on the appearance of leader of IP Nnamdi who concealed on the 14th of November 2010, and then appearing again on the 20th of October 2018. It is very obvious that any foundation that has an error, you can never correct it until you finish the roof, finish roofing it. And that is the condition of Nnamdi Kanu as it stands today. Nnamdi Kanu has been an error right from the beginning when he turned the way of the prodigal son when he was a member of Mazo. And since then, he has been a prodigal son and who refuses. Not that the biblical prodigal son who at a point came back to his senses and went back to his father and asked for forgiveness. Nnamdi Kanu is not that type of the prodigal son we are talking about. Nnamdi Kanu is an erotic prodigal son who will never, because he has his evil intention at heart. And that is why he keeps using deceptive words to capture the psyche of youths. Thank God that they made this purported video and radio broadcast to the hearing of the world, and this has brought them to the limelight of fraud. Because if this had not happened, the education and the enlightenment we bim-massob has been given to the people, most especially the followers of Nnamdi Kanu who believe so much in him, who have taken it upon themselves never to give ears to advice. And this supposed to have been giving them enough eye opening for them to know the kind or the type of leader they have been sheepishly following. And so I so much appreciate the appearance or whatsoever the way they disgrace themselves before the eyes of the world. This is a full disgrace, and it has not come to an end. He will continue to disgrace himself, even though this is a part of his mission to disrupt. This is a part of the agreement he reached with the federal government of Nigeria to disrupt the movement, the actualization of every way possible. But I want to thank the Almighty God that we have the kind of leader who sees before the event takes place, who has the understanding, who read everything about revolution, not by dangling or by imagining.
He read about it through the ideology of Mahatma Gandhi of India, and he was able to understand the intricacies that takes place in revolution and in the independence of a nation. And so, when all these things are coming up on his way, he has already gotten shock absorber to absorb everything that will come. He, by the special grace of God, he has been giving us enough education to withstand such situation eventually when they appear. And today we are seeing it. So what we are seeing in Nnamdi Kanu is not a surprise. So we bim-massob, I want to believe that we have this is what we have been trained for and are ready for it. But I want to thank, in fact, I want to thank the standing bim-massob members who are still faithful with our leader, Chief Dr. Rafu Wazirike, who stood by him in all these trials, in all the temptation, stood by him firmly to stand anything that will stand on our way of Biafra actualization. I sincerely appreciate them. And again, by bringing up this radio and the BBA, Biafran Broadcasting Corporation, to enlighten our people the more, because I want to believe that our enlightenment has been making a worldwide wave. If not, a lot of people today are seeing what we have been telling them. If not what we have been doing, I wonder, Nnamdi Kanu, maybe by now we'll be hearing something else.
Honestly,
But
gentlemen, with joy, whichever you continue, members of the crew, I must really thank you 1,000 times. I appreciate you. The Sonny Babo, you are there. If you are there listening, yesterday I have to inform members who are here right now. Our crew members back home in Biafra land interviewed Chief Jelendigo. If you are watching our TV screen, you will see him still responding to the question. It's playing live while we are talking on radio. Everything is streaming simultaneously. So BBC watched the video clips made by Biafra Broadcasting Authority. After watching the broadcasting, our own video, what we interviewed Chief, BBC is contacting us now to hand over Chief's number to them. They want to go straight away and interview him to clarify more on this interview our crew members conducted on him yesterday. When I stepped aside, gentlemen, I signaled Chief to ask him if he would grant me permission to hand over, and he said I should do so. I've sent the number immediately, and BBC will be interviewing him. Banking on our own interview with Chief yesterday. Who says we are not on the move? Gentlemen, I think I give kudos to all of you. Go on with your channel, Curtis.
Thank you very much. The truth is there, whether we like it or not, and irrespective of all the fraudulent, all the evil ones who stand unto the surmountable, no matter what. If Nelson Mandela,
Yeah, I don't know. It appears we are losing. Yeah, it appears the network is shaking their own side there. And I don't know, one of our members here, our 3 members here in Germany, who is right now at his own residence. I don't know, Tony Monek, if you're online listening. Are you with us?
Yeah, I'm getting
okay.
people.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hello.
Yeah. You see, like I said, now, Tony, let me brief Tony more. Please, gentlemen, let me brief Tony. Tony, yesterday, our 3 members back home, just like I informed you, conducted.
I've had everything.
Okay, so right now, BBC has watched it and they want to go and interview him. So just sent the number to BBC. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, you said it.
Yeah. So right now, we are analyzing what happened. You saw it, or even you were the first person that pointed out the error in that particular video. made on a Friday.
Yeah.
You were the first person to
Yeah.
bring my attention to it, first of all. And when I went through it, I said, yeah, you are correct, you are right. So,
Yeah, because to start with, if you look at that video very well, despite the fact that one of the people said it was on a Friday instead of on Saturday, but that video, if actually it was done in Jerusalem, that video was an old video.
exactly.
That is number one. Number two, there are so many errors that, in fact, they make so many errors. Under normal circumstances, a freedom fighter will not just walk out the way Nnamdi Kanu walked out in that video. Naturally, people would have gathered him, you would have had a handshake with so many people there. Even the people who are taking that video, we don't know them. They did not even introduce themselves at all. And then secondly, for somebody to just come out on air, somebody who has not been around for a very long time, definitely, he has to have a television broadcast. He has to have a world press for everybody to see him live, not by radio. And by radio, we're only hearing voice. And let me tell you something. As far as I am concerned, and most people can imitate people's voice. That is definitely done. If you look at the boy that used to imitate Buhari's voice,
the Igbo boy,
you will be very surprised that this is not Buhari talking. So anybody can imitate any voice, because if actually Kanu is free from wherever he is, Kanu would have been on the live television to tell his people that this. And secondly, let me tell you, if he has escaped anywhere, it depends on the country who has a treaty with Nigeria, extradition treaty with Nigeria. Otherwise, nobody will extradite him because he will now be looked as a political asylum seeker. But don't forget that he is a British citizen, so he has the right to go back to Britain.
yes.
And if the British finds out that his trial will not be fair and free, they cannot extradite him. That is something we must always put into consideration.
Yes.
So my own point is that, in as much as we are analyzing all these things, it is also very important that we will keep our fingers crossed, because a lot will be unfolding.
Exactly.
Gradually. We'll be seeing things gradually happening. And because if he's free now, definitely he will be making some broadcasts to ginger his people. Let us see if one day he will come out he will come out live. And wherever he is, he has the right to come to Europe. He will see his people in Europe, all over the places in Europe. They will have handshake. He will now tell them this ordeal, where he has gone, what has happened to him, and in all that. That will start telling us that Nnamdi Kanu is truly the one doing all these things.
Good.
Apart from that, please let us just keep our fingers crossed, and let us watch the way the events unfold. And you will see that all these things we are talking about, let me don't speculate, but I believe that these things are stage managed.
Yes.
That is the only way I look at it.
Exactly.
But I want him to prove me right, by coming out live. Let us see him live and talk to the world. Let him come out live. Wherever he is. If you look at most of the freedom fighters, no one makes voice brokers. They come out, you see them live.
And
they talk, so you will know. And he will ginger his people. Let him come out. Let us see him live. That is the only way we can assure ourselves that yes, this man is indeed free from wherever. So I don't want to speculate much.
Exactly.
Secondly, I don't know if the parents are also out of the whole situation. Nobody knows, because you can remember there was one time the people, there are people in Umuahia or Ibeku or something, was asking the federal government, in fact, if they are the one responsible for the missing of the Nnamdi Kanu's family, they should send their father because he's a chief. And then, those things just happen that way, in the news. So I don't really know what is really playing.
You see, these things are taking us unawares, and we have to be watching as things unfold.
Yes.
You know, to me, I believe that no matter whatever happens, that video in particular is state managed.
And in addition to sound logic you have provided, Tony, if that video had been real and live, Uchemefo would have flown to London, to Jerusalem to be part of the broadcast. Uchemefo would have flown to Jerusalem to be part of the broadcast and the part of the video show. But he was not there. The people that we saw their faces were quite strange to us. And even somewhere along the line, one of the persons, doctoring the video said, "Na cut it here, cut it here." I don't know if people had it. I don't know if anybody had it. Take time to listen to that particular video. At a point, one of them said, "Cut it here, cut it here." That's all guy that I don't know. You can imagine that. So, any clever observer will tell you, "Oh, this video was managed," and to God be the glory. Tony, I was here one early morning, of course, when you called me to draw my attention to that particular statement made by the Israeli Foreign Ministry spokesperson, because you're always in touch. That moment I read it and informed my people. And today, good enough, you see, the news is everywhere. Vanguard newspaper, this day, all of them are carrying it now, that the Israeli government has denied Kano's presence in Jerusalem. And here was a Kano who thanked Netanyahu for welcoming him, who thanked Donald Trump for providing a venue for. Oh, you see, can you imagine this madness? We can't understand why this gentleman is just ever willing to bring himself down, not even to bring Biafra down, because nobody will bring us down. We stand firm like the rock of Gibraltar. But he is just trying to be clever, and by so doing, bringing himself down. This is the expression of things. When we keep on watching, we keep our arms, crossed, until one day, we know this drama is going to be over, whether anybody likes it or not. This drama will shall be over one day. So let us play the Biafra music. Sorry, please. We are still broadcasting to you from the Biafra Television Authority, or rather Biafra Broadcasting Authority and the Voice of Biafra International. This broadcast is running simultaneously on both sides, while the BBA is showing video clips of Chief Dr. Rafu Wazrike, the interview he granted to our crew yesterday rather, on which ground now BBC is trying to contact him. We are equally, talking to you direct through our Voice of Biafra International. Of course, don't forget we are broadcasting from Germany, where we are in safe haven talking to our people. Not necessarily safe haven, everywhere is a safe haven, but because we have a constant power supply, 24 hours, if there are 35 or 100 hours in a day, we enjoy light services here the whole hours. It doesn't interrupt at all. That is why we are always online with you. Now, we have to move on from there. Don't forget, my agency is there, Joe the Chijok is there, Uchenno Keke, Echezina Udeze is there, Tony Moneke is there, Udoji Vivian is unreachable due to network problems. Sandra Chinonya, of course, who was part of both ladies were part of the interview yesterday at the Biafra headquarters. Ume Maslinos is unreachable. Of course, Zoye Francis equally unreachable, and very many others. Michael Kaha is very busy at work. He will be joining us in a few minutes' time. Now, gentlemen, yesterday, of course, I reported it extensively today. Retired Lieutenant General Theophilus Danjuma. This is going to be our last topic for the day, and we're going to make it brief. Lieutenant General Theophilus Danjuma retired. Raised another alarm just yesterday. This time around, he was blunt, he was unambiguous, telling Nigerians, not just Nigerians, the entire Middle Belt, the Southwest Yoruba, Southeast Biafra, South Ijaw, to stand up and get ready for war, that war has been declared on them. Theophilus Danjuma went further to say that Buhari had made every necessary plans and arrangements to take over the whole of Nigeria and hand it over to his Fulani brethren coming from every other part of West Africa. Now, their purpose is to exterminate Middle Belt. Already to him, Tinubu is being used by Buhari to capture Yoruba people. Already Yorubas are divided now between Muslims and Christians. As soon as they are able to use the Muslims to penetrate Yoruba land, they are going to exterminate the Christians and make Yoruba nation an Islamic oriented. After that, in the west of Theophilus Danjuma, Lieutenant General retired. He said that the last and lucrative target is Southeast, South that flow with milk and honey. But after conquering Middle Belt, the next target will be Yoruba. Once they are through with Yoruba, they will now invite their Islamic brethren from Egypt, Sudan, Guinea, all those areas, and the entire West Africa to come and join them to fight Biafra, because only the Fulanis alone cannot withstand the Biafran challenge. That is what Theophilus Danjuma was saying, that they know they cannot withstand the Biafran challenge. That is why they want to, first of all, overrun other parts of Nigeria, and then bring their brothers from Sudan, Egypt, Tunisia, Libya, Guinea, Senegal, and where else. Once they form a united front, they will now bring in their, OIC members to now level Biafra land. But of course, our Jehovah is always alive. This was alarm raised by Lieutenant General Theophilus Danjuma. Now, this man has said it. Maybe he just woke up from sleep of late, because this was what Ojukwu saw years ago. And this Theophilus Danjuma, who masterminded the death of Agi Ironsi, joined forces to fight against my people. He, being a Christian, joined the Muslims because he thought it was Uhuru for them as of that time. Today, the general is crying like a baby. But gentlemen, fellow compatriots, let us not throw the baby or the bath away with the baby. No. Let us set aside whatever atrocities Theophilus Danjuma committed against our people during the 1967-70 civil holocaust. Today he is feeling the pains of the whole thing. He is now running from pillar to post, looking for sympathy, crying. For the fact that the main target is Biafra land, we have to wake up to the challenges and begin now to prepare. Most unfortunately, IPOB led by Kanu is privy to this particular arrangement to exterminate our people. That is why he was able to relocate his own parents so that in the event of any catastrophe, they will be in safe haven. What are we going to do? How are we going to respond? What analysis do we attribute to what Stephen Danjuma has said yesterday and which we are reporting right now on our stations? Let us move down to NEC. No, he's no more there. Let us go down now to, let me see who is online with us now that has just joined. Let me see. Uchen Okeke, yeah. No, Sonny, you are there? Sonny is there, of course. Echezina Odeze is there. Uchenna Okeke is there. Chijoke. Now, let me start with Uchenna Okeke. Uchenna Okeke. Uchenna, are you there? Judy Chijoke.
Sonny is here.
Okay, Sonny. Okay, Sonny. The last topic of the day is the alarm raised by Lieutenant General Theophilus Danjuma, retired, that these people are hell-bent on killing the entire Middle Belt people, move them to Yoruba, take over, before they invite their brethren in other parts of Africa to fight Biafra. The reason is that they know that with them alone, they can never challenge Biafra. So they want to first of all take hold of every part of Nigeria, and thereafter, they will face the Biafran challenge. So do you have any advice to our people?
Thank you, my brother. I think the only advice I have for our people is for us to believe in what we are looking for, how we can be liberated from the bondage of Nigeria. And those doubting Thomases should join hands also with all these things. All these things are signs and significant that can make them to believe more and more that there is nothing can make us to be one again. So the advice I have for our people is they should all believe that God has already given us Biafra. In the aspect of their plan, so they will never succeed. Because it is not today that they started this kind of plan. So they even planned during the war. They planned to wipe out to the entire Southeast within 3 days. And the war lasted three years. Still, they didn't wipe us out. So their thought is always a failure to their side because God is not with them. We always believe our God because they say one with God is majority. So we should not engage our people into believing their what all even the plans they have. And we know many traders have been coming to our people, more especially our brothers and sisters who are in the northern part of Nigeria. But at the same time, God is there to intervene on our own behalf. But it's not a matter of maybe that we fold arms and watch them finish us all. No. At the same time, I still want to use this word for them to tell them that no matter evil plan they have, you must surely fall back on them. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much, Sonny. Okay, Uchenna, to you, please. What is your reaction to this?
Yes, from Makodi Benesse, very close to retired Lieutenant General T.Y. Danjuma, who is in Tarawa State. The fact is that I want to say that some years back, our leader, Chukwunata Onyewu, said that now they can sleep eyes closed. I don't know, but before then, he slept with or for the fact that Mazob has come on eyes closed. So the purpose and the reason why this movement is very important for the Biafrans is because of any eventuality. And we are ready because we have been sounding this warning to them out there. We have been telling them that we are ready for.
Yeah, I don't think we have lost you.
Eventuality. And our leader, the North will be the one to use their hand to divide this nation. And today we are saying it. If you go to Kaduna today, it is very clear the massacre, the killing that is taking place there. It is an evidence of what our leader told us years back. We go there where they are committing mayhem, the Christian area. The reason why today it seems like Benin State is calm is because they want to use it to rig election. Now everywhere is calm today. The militias, in the name of Fulanis, they are calm now. Wait and see. Let their leader, let their Oga succeed in 2019. That is when you will see the reward. But we are completely ready for any eventuality. We are not afraid of them. And we are not going to tell them how and where we are going to confront them until when that time comes. Thank you.
Honestly, I spoke with the senator representing Southern Kaduna, Senator Danjumala. When I spoke with this man, the man lamented. He said the rate of killing was unimaginable. It was better seen than reported. That even the media compromised and could not give the accurate figure of the number of people massacred in cold blood. But one thing certain was that the majority, 80 to 90% of the victims were Christians. That it was targeted at them, and the funny part of it all, or the lamentable part of it all, was that the military aided and abetted these people killing the Christians, giving them logistics. And the very many of the people who were killing their people were men in Nigerian military police uniform. So it was quite unfortunate how these people could descend so low to kill, to massacre the people they are being paid to protect. This is what Senator Danjuma Law was trying to say. And in fact, he has said that if we could send our crew members to him, he would have a lot of things to tell them and a lot of pictures, evidence to provide. So in the coming days, we are going to send our crew to Kaduna, Southern Kaduna, or rather to Abuja, where he is residing right now, to interview Senator Danjuma Lala. So that's the thing for them. Whichever you have stated their mind, Jude Chijoke, Teofil Danjuma is now crying. Let us set aside the lamentation and take the message that these who are determined, they have concluded their plans to finish Nigeria, take over the entire Middle Belt and Yoruba axis. As soon as Middle Belt and Yoruba areas are conquered under the oligarchy, they would now invite their brothers in Sudan, Egypt, Tunisia, Libya, and down to West Africa, Guinea, Senegal, and where else. Now they will combine forces, of course, being led by the Islamic fundamentalists to fight Biafra, for them to realize the dream of their ancestors or whatever, of dipping the Quran in the Bible. So according to Danjuma, he said that the reason why they want to make sure they are fully prepared before they attack Biafra is because if they try it right, there will be casualties. They won't be able to withstand the Biafran challenge. Chijoke, how do you react to that?
Yeah, thank you very much, Ikenna. First of all, I will continue to say good morning to Danjuma himself because years back, he wasn't vocal the way he talks these days. As of then, when things were going normal, when the other part of the country, the Christians in other part of the countries are being slaughtered, he never actually cries the way he's crying out now. But let's just say, let's put that aside like you have earlier suggested. It's on point. It's on point because it has been on speculation, although that the present government, the present government of Muhammadu Buhari has an agenda, and which is the Islamic agenda. I think the world knows that actually, and the head of states, most especially the world power, they've all been witnessing what is happening in Nigeria late back and presently, and they've actually known that it is not going to. They've said that it's not going to continue. Now, coming back to what Danjuma said and what he's crying for, that is how I'm going to put it. The bim-massob, most especially the Biafrans, knew that a time like this will come, and that is why we started the struggle not just yesterday, but 19 years ago. And then whoever that started that struggle, right from that 1999 till probably 2008-9, when this Boko Haram of it is, started surfacing. Whoever that started the struggle with the leader of Massob, I'm talking of Chief Dr. Raf Wazuke, we knew that Biafran intelligence at that particular time mentioned that there is going to be an Islamic agenda. And these people have continued together. They have been meeting upon meetings. I don't know where Danjuma was then. I don't know where he was then, but we are already aware of their agenda. And that is when they unfolded the Boko Haram of a thing, we know that it has started. So, for what T.Y. Danjuma is saying, I think he's trying to call for a consensus. He's trying to bury the hatchet and then probably for the Christians to do what? Together and then fight under one umbrella. But I think he's going to do more. It's not just for him to come up on the air. He's going to do more because they were part of the problem. They were part of the problem. I think it's going to require for him to go to other countries internationally. You go there, you tell them what you have done, probably what you have done, and what you think the present government has as a plan, as an agenda to overrun Christians. I think it will go a long way anyway, but what he actually needs to do is to tell the outside world, tell them that the same thing that Biafrans are crying for, the same thing that Christians in Nigeria are crying for, is the same thing that he is probably crying for. Because if he doesn't do that, I think his legacy will be nothing but to be nothing entirely. That is how I'm going to put it. But presently, he is still alive. The whole mistakes that they did in the past, is still witnessing it right in his presence, being fallen. I think he should do something more rather than calling on just us, because we have started and we are not going back. We continue to lobby to tell the world what we Christians Biafrans are going through. He should be able to do more for some people. And if there's any kind of a collusion, I think he should rather seek for the leaders. Most especially, he should contact the leader of bim-massob. He should contact the leader of other, minority or other tribes in Nigeria as a whole, most especially the Christian area, and then see if we can be able to get a kind of consensus agreement, rather than crying, calling on people that you have joined us in castigating in the past. So I think that is my own simple point, although it's on point, but he should be able to do more. Tell the outside world he has connections to the outside world. When he talks, the outside world will listen. He's a former military man and he's a very top high rank person. So he's not a man that when he talks, his words or his view will be flagged off. I think he should be able to do more in terms of talking, getting to the international community, telling them what is on ground. at the same time getting in touch with the other groups that are in Nigeria, other Christian organizations, and then if you can be able to talk to these people, I think they are going to spread the news, because it is very quite obvious that that is what is about to take place. So to my own that is my own candid view on concerning what Danjuma said. Thank you very much, Ikemba.
Thank you very much, Chijoke. Now, Tony Moneke, do you think Biafrans should spend their energy going to defend the Middle Belt right now, pending the time they might tempt us? Or do you think we are going to reserve ourselves, whatever we have, until the enemy tries us? Tony Moneke.
The point there remains that Nigeria is a very complex society. We must all acknowledge that. And then when we talk about Christianity is spread all over Nigeria. It's not only in the southeast or south-south or southwest. You have a lot of Christians also in the north there, not only in the Middle Belt. Even in the place where they are fighting Boko Haram today, there are a lot of Christians there in Oromo and all that. So when you talk about religious war, or talk about wiping out the world, Nigeria is a complex situation, a complex country. It is not going to happen. It's not possible. But let me just touch on one important thing. Like the last speaker has said, these are two prominent people. They were prominent in the army during those days, like Danjuma and General Gowon. They are still alive. We have other generals like Lekwot and all that who are also from. There are a lot of generals in the Middle Belt at those days, and there's so many of them are still living. So it is left for them. If there is a plan like this man described to wipe them away or to wipe them off, from the surface of our land, all they need to do is to consult the international organization. There we have OIC, we have ICC, we have all that. He has to go to United Nations. You have to place his complaint to them and all that. The people will look into it. The world cannot sit back and see the entire Nigeria wiped off or changed into Islam. So you see, when we are talking about all this, I know where his fear lies, in that particular Middle Belt. But all the same, we have to be very careful. We have to tread it with easiness. We don't need to rush over things because somebody made a statement. There are people that knows exactly where it is pinching. Like I said, they have so many. It's not only Danjuma. Kawan is there. Lekwot is there. So many of them are there. So they have to mobilize themselves. If it is the action of going to the presidency or talk to the people that matters to know what is really happening and why it is happening, then we will be watching. I don't think that it is necessary for the southeast or south to carry war and go to places where they don't know where the war is coming
That's
from.
the thing.
So I don't think it's important. But the most important thing there is that everybody has to be, vigilant, so that you are not taken unawares. But all the same, like I said, Nigeria is a very complex society and a very big country. You don't just, come up from anywhere and say you are going to wipe them out overnight. No, I don't think it's going to be tenable. But that does not mean, everything in this world is impossible. Okay. Yeah. So that's my own take on that.
Thank you so much.
Hello,
Odeze.
yes, thank you so much for this very discussion. But anyway, yes, this is not necessary for us to discuss. Sorry to say this. I always make it clear that all the traps that are setting now is to get us people. They want to attract people and put them into trouble. That is the only one the game they are playing. But it will not work for them. Because during 1970, it was all about cleaning, but nobody did it, nobody cried, nobody wept, nobody lamented. But this time around, it hasn't started and they are crying. They are calling on us. Because they are not calling on any other person apart from us. We are now the international community. We are now the United Nations. We are now everything to them. Whereas when things is normal, we are nobody. You know, he's crying and shouting that they want to wipe them away. But he's among the people that wipe us away during those days. And he has never apologized up to today. Karma is karma. Karma doesn't have part 1 and part 2. Karma is real. More are going to happen if they don't amend their ways, if they don't correct their errors. Let me not call it error or mistake. They did it deliberately. So for him shouting and crying, we must be careful. I used to say it all the time. We need to be extra careful while dealing with these people. Let them not come and bring our legs out and then wash us facing what we faced before. We have fought our own turn. It is our own turn to fight.
Yeah, please excuse me. Somebody's holding a baby crying. Please, I'm not saying you should throw the baby away, God forbid, but please, you might take the baby a bit out from where the microphone is. The person on video, please check. Their baby is crying and it is stopping the TV from here. The person. Yeah, hold on, please. Hold on. Somebody with a baby there crying, please check the baby. Okay, go on.
So what I'm saying is that everybody has to face his problem because we are facing our own. If they don't have someone like Wazirike, let them come, we borrow them our own Wazirike and they will pay us billions of dollars to organize their people, to bring them together and tell them what freedom is all about. You can't try today and continue crying tomorrow on the same issue. So like as our brother said, they have many major and generals over there. They need to do something. Not to bring us out and still abandon us at the end of the day and call us fools. We are not fools, we are no longer fools. We are now getting up, we are now wise. If not what is happening in this struggle, we know where we're supposed to be by now. But thank God for everything. That they will sit back and see us leaving them. He's crying now because we are still with them. If we have gone as so my dear brother, sometimes we should allow them to do their things as we are doing our own things. What they are seeing today is what we saw about 40 years ago. We are fighting for it. So they have to start. Let them start somewhere. They can send somebody to Massob headquarters to start learning from Wazirike on how to set their people free. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, etc. Please, I don't know who is creating problems over there. Somebody is on video and the baby is crying there. I don't know who the person is. Please try and control that.
Hey, wie wird meine Autoversicherung wirklich günstiger? Log-Angebote ignorieren und bei Hook24 selbst berechnen. Dauerhaft günstig, bester Kfz-Versicherer und die volle Sicherheit der Hook Coburg. Jetzt wechseln. Sie werden es einfach günstiger finden. Hook24.
Yeah, we have to thank various contributors to this evening program. I must say, ladies, that we are coming to the end of this particular evening broadcast. We have really done justice to two topics we chose for the day. And I thank Echezna Udeze, who was with us, so has been with us. I thank Sonny Emmanuel Nwabisi, who has been with us, Jude Chijoke equally. I thank Uchenna Okeke, who has been with us equally, likewise Chukuma Enisi, and very many others who have been here writing, suggesting, giving advice, and what have you. We thank all of you so much for being part of this particular program. And we have to inform that in the coming days, we are going to have another broadcast. This time around, we are going to have a guest speaker. The senator, or rather, a senator in the making in one of the Anambra senatorial zones under one of the parties, the National Conscience Party, Mr. Ejimkonye Obuneke, sent a message to Biafra Broadcasting Authority and the Voice of Biafra International, pleading that he would like to be our guest in the coming days to tell us that he would like to go to Senate to help fight for Biafra. So, in the coming days, as soon as the date is confirmed, I'm going to alert other members of the crew, Ejimkonye Obuneke, a senator in the making from one of the Anambra senatorial zones. Once that is confirmed, I will give everybody information. Thank you so much, Chijoke. Thank you, Echezna Udeze. Thank you, Sonny Emmanuel Nwabisi. Thank you, Chukuma Enyisi. Thank you, Tony Moneke. Thank you, Chen Okeke, and many others. We have to come to the end of the broadcast right now because tomorrow is a special day for me. I have to leave here early in the morning for a special work. Thank you for being with us, and may God bless all of you. Music Biafra takes over for the rest of the day. Nani mazuto